Eternal God, our Father, we thank you for this day. Lord, we just ask that you continue to keep our residents safe, continue to cover them and keep them, continue to keep everyone in this cold weather. We thank you for everything that you're going to do in this season. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander. Spitali. Here. Vanez.
Here.
Kalwinski.
Here.
Salinas.
Here.
Tyler.
Here.
Emerson.
Here.
Rakels.
Here.
Warple.
Here, let the record show 9 present, 0 absent. Mr. Miller.
Good evening, Council. On behalf of the mayor, I want to wish everyone a happy Veterans Day for tomorrow. Being such, City Hall will be closed. Thank you specifically, Councilman Emerson, Councilman Spitali, for your service. Appreciate that very much. A report over some of the past 2 weeks. Mayor and I met with Rob Hart, and they're the developers from the bank, to hear progress on how things are going there. They have basically leased out the entire property at this time, and they're excited to do more work. So they came in to talk to us about what's next. So they're looking at downtown and finding another underutilized building and continuing to move forward. Had a meeting about with Councilman Tyler on the Man of Steel in Harrison Park and trying to get it renovated. If you've been by there recently and actually taken a good look at it, you can see it's in need of some love. But the good news is we have some interested partners that are willing to help, fundraise for this, so it shouldn't cost the city anything to get it redone and looking nice again. I attended the Hammond trunk or treat at the police department. We had several hundred people come through there. Big shout out to our police department for taking up that initiative and continuing to show that they're a trusted resource in our city. The Sportsplex had a trick-or-treat event on Halloween to reach out for students young people with disabilities. It was very well attended. And then afterwards, they had a party where they had several hundred people show up at the Sportsplex afterwards as well. So both events were very successful, and we plan on having them again next year. As was our annual Veterans Day Parade. Again, we're the only community in the area that takes time to celebrate our veterans in that fashion. Again, lots of people coming out, some good reflections on that day. I met with a group called the Lazarus Project, led by Bishop Grant. They are looking at partnering with Family Christian Center, who purchased the building on 7147 Kennedy. It's right there on the northwest side of the park. And right now it's painted white, but they're going to be turning that into not just a food pantry, but it's going to be all resources for clothing, for household items, and that should be ready in the next few months. So as you might remember, Steve Muncie's father opened up his first church on that location a long time ago, so Family Christian Center bought the building. They're currently renovating it, and it should be open to serve the community, like I said, in the next few months. We held a Four Champs promotion boxing event at the Civic Center on the 1st of November. We had a moderate crowd out there, but we're going to continue to work on having events at the Civic Center all through the fall, winter, and spring. We had our monthly meeting with the police department. One of the things that we discussed, some of you may have seen, is that we had a party on Kennedy Avenue a couple of weekends ago that overflowed into the streets, where we had a whole bunch of young people. Got a lot of views on social media. And I just want to let everybody know, too, that the owner of the property is the one that called the police, because the tenant, the one who rented the birthday party place, misrepresented how many people were going to be there. And so when he saw that all these other kids were showing up, he called the police to come and get extra support. But we are still following up on those things. We always do. When things happen like that, you can rest assured that Mayor doesn't rest on those things. He was already texting that evening about what we were going to do about it. So we follow up with code, we follow up with our with fire inspection. We follow up with our police going to meet with the owners, and we make sure that things like this, the chances of them happening again are limited. Moving right on, though, we also, along the same vein, we are continuing to meet on our used car task force, and that's an initiative from the mayor to straighten up all the used car lots around Hammond that may be out of compliance. You may see junk cars out, things like that. We're attacking them, and in the past few weeks, we've had multiple meetings on, most specifically, we did the 2nd and the 3rd. We're going to be moving on to the 4th district, and we continue to work on the used car lots. We had a meeting with new hires. Marcus Holland was promoted to craftsman in Public Works, and we had 4 new correctional officers starting in the jail. I know we have our hiring freeze, but these are critical positions for the city to move forward. And then I just want to mention, just in general, redevelopment continues to be really hot in the city. Just in the past 2 weeks, we had meetings about the property on Calumet Avenue where we thought a Starbucks was going to go. We already have 3 interested parties for that property. We had interest in 1 State Street that's over on State Line to the west of the Strachan Van Til's, an empty lot there. We had interest on the former NIPSCO building on Homan, 5265. We had interest in the old Public Aid office on 4803 Homan. That's the one that's kind of on Hoffman Street. I gave a tour over there. We continued to move forward on Rimback Plaza. We had another meeting on 1175 State Street. So a lot of these are under non-disclosure, so I can't tell you exactly in a public meeting who is looking for it. But that's all in the last 2 weeks. We've had meetings on all those different properties. So like Hammond is very popular right now as far as development. And a big reason, I think, is the community we built here and basically the taxes compared to Illinois. People want to come here. All right, just a few upcoming events. Already mentioned City Hall will be closed tomorrow. We do have the Sportsplex expansion ribbon cutting on Thursday, November 20th at 11 a.m. I'd like to invite all the council there. Again, that is Thursday, November 20th at 11 a.m., Sportsplex expansion ribbon cutting. The day after, on November 21st, that Friday, we have the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities Lunch and Learn. That's from 10 to 1 o'clock. That is also going to be held at the Sportsplex this year. And then lastly, we have a paint and sip at the Gene Shepherd. They're going to be building a lighthouse or painting a lighthouse at dusk. That's on November 20th in the evening from 6 to 8 p.m. You do have to RSVP, and there's a minor cost for that, but if you'd like to do like a wine and canvas, we're doing that out of the Gene Shepherd on November 20th. All right, that concludes all of my updates and announcements. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Scott,
Yes, sir.
couple things. As far as the used car lots go,
Yes, sir.
one of the places that started all that was Cooper Tire, right?
It was, yeah.
And because of the task force and some pressure that was put on, we've got them to come into compliance. Is that my understanding of it?
Yes, absolutely. Like you saw before and after pictures, that task force has been in effect for a year now. So much so that we were able to take some properties off the list, like Cooper's Tire, that we're on to monitoring status now. And we added a bunch of more properties on. So word's getting out there about it.
Just in my neighborhood alone, because I live right behind there, that was a huge success from the first night we drove by there and saw some animals running from the parking lot there. And then I know that the mayor and I discussed this briefly one night, and I've had a conversation with you one night about the possibility of trying to go paperless citywide within the next couple of years. And I know when the mayor and I talked, and I talked to you, we can start it with the council, if you guys are open to it next year, of going to the iPads. And we'd be trained on it according to the mayor, because I know there's a couple of dinosaurs on here like me that don't know how to turn an iPad on, but have we opened any more discussions on that or no?
We've had some internal discussions. I've talked to IT about it. Getting you iPads is not a problem. Now, what the implications are for everybody's processes, we need to meet and get some clarification on how that's gonna be.
Well, the
But-
conversation started because of Councilman Tyler asking about getting agendas online and all that. I mean, the packets online, and if it's that easy to do it, there's no reason why we gotta have all these papers. So it's a heads up to the council too. There has been a couple of initial discussions on it, and I know when the mayor and I talked that we'd like to do something before the budget of next year, at least, as far as iPads and as far as the council office goes. So if everybody would give input on that, that'd be appreciated. Anybody else have anything to add?
Yes.
Councilman Kowinski.
Have we put agendas and ordinances on the internet now?
So what I see when I go on there is once the council approves the ordinances in the final version and any resolutions, you can go on to the Go Hammond and get the final versions. I don't know, Clerk Golick, did you, or anyone, do you want to provide any more detail to that?
All of it goes through IT. We provide the information and up to IT whether it's published.
What I was
Is
referring
it-
to,
The agenda is required now? Okay.
what I was referring to was agendas and the agenda items before the meetings.
No, I agree with you, and Mayor is on board with having that.
The discussions that I've had about that with Councilman Tyler and IT and the mayor, I don't think anybody's opposed to that going online. It's just a matter of what day will it be up at what time. You know, I know that our stuff is usually on Wednesday, and it might take a day to get it up online. So, you know, if we'd have it like a drop dead date of it'll be up on Friday before a meeting or whatever, that's all we basically need to work out.
Yeah, it all kind of goes together with the initiative of going paperless too, though. If you can just have everything in a digital format, there's platforms that can do all that pretty simply. Not to bring up my past, but like at School City, they converted all the way back in 2014 to everything going online. So like the technology exists. It can certainly be done if the will is there.
That's what I think we got the Friday idea from, was you said the School City does it
Yep.
by the Friday before the meetings.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think anybody's opposed to that either, as far as I'm aware of. So,
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
I am not opposed to it. However, just as we have in our packet right now, the minutes, and it has draft on it, I think it should, whatever document we put online should have draft on it, so no one is under the impression that it's etched in stone.
I think that's a good idea, that before the final version gets done, it could say draft for sure. And then once the minutes have been approved by the council at the following meeting, then you can upload the final version of the minutes.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
if I'm understanding that correctly, it's got to do with sometimes we have an ordinance or a resolution in the packet that doesn't get introduced, and that's what I think you're referring to is,
No,
No,
I was referring to as
oh,
our
okay.
minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Right now, it has draft on it.
Right.
And whatever goes online, I would like to see draft on it because it hasn't been approved.
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Anybody else? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Item number 4, approval of minutes.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from October 27th meeting and place them on file.
Motion has been made by Councilman Salinas, seconded by Councilman Emerson. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 5, approval of claims.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
I move for approval of claims beginning with claims dated October 22nd, 2025, and ending with claims dated November 5th, 2025. Claim number 9759 through claim number 10129, inclusive, in the amount of $6,452,048.19.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilwoman Vines, seconded by Councilman Rakos. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander.
Yes.
Spitali. Yes. Vines.
Yes.
Gowanski.
Yes.
Salinas.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Corporal.
Yes, let the record show, 9 in favor, 0 opposed. Item number 6, public hearings. There are none. Item number 7, communications. Anybody have any communications?
Mr. President,
Is that Councilman Tyler?
yes.
Yes.
This weekend, I had the pleasure of attending the 30-year anniversary of Reverend Polk at his church, New Hope Missionary Baptist Church. So just want to say congratulations to him and his First Lady, Miss Marva Polk, on 30 years of serving our community, being advisors to so many different leaders across our city. I think their reach expands outside of Hammond, outside the state of Indiana. So just want to congratulate him once again on 30-plus years of leadership here in the city. And also want to announce that this year our drive-through turkey giveaway will take place on Saturday, November 22nd at 9 a.m. Once again, it's being hosted in the Affiliate Steam parking lot. As of right now, we'll be giving away 200 turkeys. We're also in the process of trying to partner more deeply with the food bank and other organizations to see if we can provide additional food items for families in need too. So if anybody out there would like to donate, please reach out to me or Councilwoman Alexander. Thank you to the council people who have already supported that initiative. I'll be releasing more information, but thank you for your sponsorship and support. Once again, that's Saturday, November 22nd at 9 a.m. at the Affiliate Steam Center. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything on the
Yes,
communications?
I have a question in regards to that.
Councilman Rakos.
Does it go through the Greater Hammond, the checks, the sponsorships actually go to?
The sponsorships go to the Food Bank of Northwest
Bank.
Indiana. Yep.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Anybody else have anything on the communications? Anybody else have any communications? Communications are now closed. Item number 8, committee reports. Councilwoman Vines.
Yes, as usual, I would like to announce the upcoming Community and Crime Watch groups. On Wednesday, December 3rd, Edison Community Watch will meet at Edison School beginning at 6:30 p.m. Harrison Park Crime Watch will meet Tuesday, December 2nd, 6 p.m. at the VFW on Homan Avenue across from Harrison Park. Jefferson Crime Watch will meet tomorrow, November 12th, 6 p.m. at Jefferson School. Please come out and support that effort. That is a new crime watch that is starting. We've had many requests, and thanks to Tom Kazmierzak for starting that up. So that's tomorrow at Jefferson's. Wednesday, I'm sorry, that is correct. Wednesday, November 12th, 6 p.m. at Jefferson School. Hessville Crime Watch will meet Thursday, November 20th, 6 p.m. at the HC3 Community Center on Martha Street. Irving Community Watch will meet tomorrow, November 11th, which is Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. at Irving School. And Whiting Robertsdale Crime Watch will meet Thursday, November 13th, 6:30 p.m. at Calumet College. Also, I wanted to announce that we are in the process of the Ring Doorbell program. We have had as many applications We have 175 doorbells to give away. The flyer is online on Go Hammond. It's also online at Edison Community Watch on Facebook. And fill out the application, supply the appropriate information, and we will have a drawing November 25th at the police department. The community affairs police officers are going to be drawing the names. I don't want to touch them. This is just a great opportunity for you to protect your property, protect your neighborhood. Just so you know, I've seen some of the comments online that, oh yeah, this is Big Brother watching and the police department will be able to watch whatever is going on your camera. That is not true. The police department will request that they can view your video. They will not automatically get into your Ring doorbell. So please be the eyes and ears of your neighborhood for your neighbors and our police department, because community is not just about me. It's about us. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilman Salinas.
Yes, thank you. The Capital Improvement Board met last Monday on November 3rd, and there was only one funding allocation, number 294, that was approved. That was with Summer Street Reconstruction Change Order number 18 to NDOT and Reith and Riley in the amount of $1,626.39. This had to do with the transition milling and resurfacing at the intersection of Summer and Indianapolis Boulevard to prevent ponding. This was part of a 20% local match. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilman Kowinski.
Thank you, Mr. President. Council as a whole will be bringing out 25-30 and 25-31.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything on the committee reports? Does anybody else have anything on the committee reports? Committee reports are now closed. Item number 9, ordinance, third reading and final passage.
Ordinance number 25-30, sponsored by Councilman Kowinski. An ordinance reclassifying certain lands in the city of Hammond for zoning purposes and amending ordinance number 8514, which is an ordinance establishing a zoning plan for the city of Hammond, including the regulations and maps to administer the zoning plan in order to provide for orderly growth and development within the city, all in accordance with the comprehensive land use plan as amended, for property commonly known as 3518 Sheffield Avenue and 345 136th Street.
Mr. President,
Councilman Kowinski.
I move for final passage of 25-30.
Motion's been made by Councilman Kowinski, seconded by Councilman Spitali. Is there any discussion? Councilman Kowinski.
Thank you. This is a development in the first district. It's approximately 21 acres of land. 14 acres are developable. 7 acres are wetlands that will be preserved. And the plan for this almost $21 million development is to have a 3-story enclosed self-storage building, and then to have a number of buildings with a roof for RVs and boat storage, and then a number of buildings, a few buildings that will be enclosed for RV and boat storage. There is not adequate storage for these kinds of vehicles at this time in the area of Hammond and the surrounds, and Mr. Patel, the developer, feels very certain that this is a need that he can fulfill, and this will be gated at both entrance and exit points on Sheffield and on Boy Scout Road or 136th. They will also include a number of amenities such as a dog park, a dump station, an office, a lounge, and service with a golf cart to get people from the office to the area within the facility that they're going to. If all goes well, Mr. Patel plans to start development breaking ground in June of 2026. I had the pleasure of meeting him and taking him around our district last week and have discussions with him. He's fully on board with creating a facility that will have eye appeal on the frontage, and so that, one, he's a good neighbor, but also so that people will want to bring their vehicles to that site. Excited about this potential development on what land used to be a lot of slag and unused. And if there are any questions, I'm happy to entertain them. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else have any further discussion? Anybody else have any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander.
Yes.
Spitali. Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Salinas.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes, let the record show the motion carries, 9 in favor, 0 opposed.
Ordinance 25-31, sponsored by Councilman Kalwinski. An ordinance vacating a 446.06 portion of 125th Street line east of the east right-of-way line of Gasper Avenue and west of the west right-of-way line of New York Avenue in the 1400 block of New York Avenue in the city of Hammond, Lake County, Indiana.
Mr. President,
Councilman Kowinski.
I move for third reading and final passage of 25-31.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Kowinski, seconded by Councilman Emerson. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Kowinski.
this is a plot of land between New York and Gasper Avenues, which was designated to be a street someday, but it never happened. It is currently owned by redevelopment, and so that portion is necessary to add to the other area of the college's green space to create a practice field that will also be used for summer camps with the youth that come to those summer camps at the college. There's really not much else to say about that, except that it's a long-term lease through redevelopment with the college, and the college is looking forward to breaking ground with some of the $15 million Lilly grant they received to begin this process as soon as possible after passage tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Salinas.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes, let the record show, 9 in favor, 0 opposed.
President Warple, that concludes the ordinances for final passage.
Thank you, Clerk Golick. And with the passage of Ordinance 2530, the intent to consider on the agenda goes away.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Item number 10, introduction of ordinances.
Ordinance 25-32, sponsored by Councilwoman Vines. An ordinance creating a new fund, number 4684, for the purpose of accounting for and administering the Will Surtax project funds.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
I move for first and second reading of 2532.
Motion's been made by Councilwoman Vines, seconded by Councilman Spitali. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President.
Councilwoman Vines.
Yes, this ordinance is at the request of our controller. It is establishing a line item for project expenditures from the wheel tax funding.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Is there any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the ayes have it.
President Warple, that concludes the introduction of ordinances.
Thank you, Clerk Golick. Item number 11, resolutions.
Item A, Resolution 25R-22, sponsored by Councilman Kalwinski. A resolution ratifying the Hammond Redevelopment Commission's good faith offer to purchase pursuant to IC Chapter 32-24-1-5 and the Hammond Redevelopment Commission's pursuing the acquisition of the property through eminent domain pursuant to IC Chapter 32-24-1.
Mr. President,
Councilman Kowinski, I'm sorry.
I move for passage of 25R-22.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Kowinski, seconded by Councilman Salinas. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Kowinski.
this is ratification of the action of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission concerning the property at 1318 and 1320 Indianapolis Boulevard. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Is there any other discussion? Is there any other discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander. Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Salinas.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Rakels.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes, let the record show the motion carries 9 in favor, 0 opposed.
President Warple, that concludes the reading of the resolutions.
Item number 12, new and unfinished business. Anybody have anything under new and unfinished business? Does anybody have anything under new and unfinished business? New and unfinished business is closed. Item number 13, public expression. Laurie Zuno.
Good evening, Lori Zolno,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
7142 Forest Avenue. I just want to say to all of our veterans here on the council, in the chambers, and in our community, thank you for your service. I would also like to thank the council for the effort they have made to put the ordinances online. I see that we got 2 ordinances posted from the last council meeting. Unfortunately, the one from tonight did not make the posting. I know it's a new process, but I do thank you all, and I appreciate the information that is provided.
Thank you. Number 2, Brian Lowry.
Brian Lowry, 1812 Sheridan Avenue, Whiting, representing Calumet College of St. Joseph. I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for the passage of the ordinance this evening, as well as thanking Mayor Tom and his staff, Chief of Staff Scott Miller, Ian, and Brian for all of their help through this long process. It's been wonderful. And on behalf of the college and members of our Community Advisory Council who joined us here this evening, look forward to making each and every one of you very proud with the project that we are about to undertake. Thank you, and thank you for your service, gentlemen.
Thank you. Mary Shones.
Hi, I'm Mary Shones. I wanted to talk about the October 29th Mayor's Night Out meeting that happened in the 6th District.
The mayor tried to create a perception that nobody was interested in talking about Briar East Woods, when in fact most people in the room were there to talk about it, since Briar East Woods is located in the 6th district. This is far from a done matter. The mayor refused to deny that he intends to put housing up in that old growth duneland forest. And then he said something amazing at the very end of the meeting. So you can skip all the nonsense that happened before that. But he said at the very end of the meeting that that we should be happy to have houses built in Briar East Woods because that would increase property values. It will, if you succeed in turning old growth forest into a condo development, then you will flood Hessville, because those trees act as water retention. So, in fact, it will do the opposite, and it will make that land, it will turn it into a lake, basically. So, but I don't know, you all are the last line of defense against the mayor's short-sighted greed. And you should be the stop to that. I don't know, you're all in agreement with everything. I don't understand. Anyway, there is a perception that he tried to create, and there's the reality that most people are upset about it, and the more people know about it, the less they like it. We're trying to save this property. We're trying to save this neighborhood. I know you're shaking your head, Councilman Rakos. I'm not willing to find out. Okay, if we take out a natural sponge that soaks up the water in Hessville, we don't have 100 years to wait for like whatever twigs we get from the Arbor Day Foundation to soak up the water. And you all won't be around to see it. It's our kids and our grandkids who have to deal with the mess that we create.
Thank you. George? He waved us off, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.